Fifth class students are performing the assembly on the topic scientists. And what they have invented, that they are depicting it. So we are coming according to the sequence wise, according to the centuries they are born. So C section is coming from the 16th century, and A section is coming with the 17th century, and B section is coming with the 19th century scientists. Sample of 3 we are going to depict it in form of skit. Okay, please have patience and watch the skit there. And at the end of the skit, I am going to ask you a few questions. Please be alert. End of the skit, I'll ask you questions. So watch it thoroughly.
Good morning, ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, class 5 students are going to share some important facts about scientists. Friends, do you know who is a scientist? Scientist is a person who examines the world around him, gathers knowledge through his experiments, observations, theories. At last he discovers or invents a new thing. Here we can see some famous scientists. Albert Einstein, Sir Isaac Newton, Alfred Nobel, Alexander Graham Bell, Aryabhatta, C.V. Raman, Srinivasa Ramanujan, A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Friends, now I will let you know the difference between discovery and invention. Discovery is something that already exists that no one has found before. Christopher Columbus is credited with discovering the America in 1492. From Spain to America. Now let's know about invention. An invention is creating something totally new with one's own ideas, creativity and development skills. Thomas Alva Edison invented electric bulb in the year 1879. Friends, we class 5C students are going to share some important facts about a famous scientist, Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton was a mathematician, physicist, astronomer, alchemist, theologian, author, professor, and a natural philosopher. Sir Isaac Newton was the key person of scientific revolution. Now my friend Lakshmi Srihika will continue.
Isaac Newton was born on 4 January 1643 in Woolston, Lancashire, in England. At that time, that place was founded. That means their occupation is wearing sheep. Isaac Newton attended grammar and king school in Grantham, Lancashire. There he learned Latin and ancient Greek foundation of mathematics. In the year 1665, he went to Trinity College, Cambridge. this term with his BA degree, Bachelor of Arts degree in Natural Philosophy. Now my friend Mehruz will continue.
Isaac Newton started working in Trinity College, Cambridge as a professor. In 1665, Newton is credited with his discovery of generalized binomial theorem valid for any rational exponents. X plus y whole to the power of 0 is equal to 1. X plus y whole to the power of 1 is equals to x plus y. X plus y whole square is equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square. X plus y whole cube is equal to x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. Now my friend Vanshika will continue.
Friends, I think every one of you saw a rainbow. How does a rainbow look? Is it beautiful? Yes. Do you know how is a rainbow formed? A rainbow, a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after the rain shower. It is caused by dispersion of sunlight by tiny water droplets present in atmosphere. Do you know rainbow is always formed in the opposite direction of the sun? If the sun is in the east, rainbow will be in the west. If the sun is in the west, rainbow will be in the east. Now my friend Afifa will continue.
Newton has discovered that light is not white in color, it is made up of 7 colors. To show this experiment, dispersion of light. He used a prism and source of light. When white light is passed through a prism, it splits into a spectrum of colors. You can clearly observe the 7 colors. Friends, you can see 7 colors on the wall. Is it amazing? This process of white light splitting into its colors is termed as dispersion. observe the spectrum, there are 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Generally, we remember this as Vibgyor. If you take the same colors in the order of Vibgyor on circular cardboard and rotate it, we can see white color. Can we observe it? Now my friend Hansini will continue.
One day, Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree and reading a book. Suddenly, a ripe apple fell in front of him. Then he started thinking continuously about this. Why ripe apple fell down from the tree. In the meanwhile, his friends came to meet him. He asked them why ripe apple fell down from the tree. One of his friends said, "I don't know." Other one said, "Because apple is ripe, that's why it fell down." And they left. He saw neighbors and asked them why ripe apple fell down on the ground. One said, "It's having weight, that's why it fell down." The other one said, No, Newton, we should only pluck and eat the ripe apple." And they left. Newton said to himself that friends and neighbors did not give a proper answer to me. Newton was thinking about this incident for many years. One day, he took a box and threw up and observed it. It fell down. He took a paper and threw up. It fell down. He said to himself that paper is light in weight, then also it fell down. He took a small stone and threw up. It also fell down. After that, he researched for many days. In the year 1687, he said that Earth is pulling every object towards itself because it's having a force called gravity or gravitational force. Now my friend Adarsh will continue.
Do you know, friends, because of gravity, we are present on the earth. Friend, sun is having gravity, so all the planets are revolving around the sun. Friend, sun is having gravity, so all the planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are revolving around the sun. Because of the Earth's gravity, Moon is revolving around the Earth. Now my friend Afifa will continue.
According to science, motion means change in the position of an object. Isaac Newton discovered about 3 laws of motion. Newton's first law of motion. A body at rest will remain rest, and a body in motion will remain in motion unless it is acted upon by external force. It is rest. If we roll the ball, it is in motion. Here, to move the ball which is in rest, we should apply some external force. To stop the moving ball, we should keep like external force. Now my friend Tanmay will continue. Newton's second law of motion. The force acting on a moving object is equal to the mass of that object and its acceleration. F is equals to ma. Force is equals to mass into acceleration. F is equals to ma. Force is equals to mass into acceleration. Remote car. If we apply force on remote car, it moves. Kick a ball. If we kick a ball with less force, it moves to a short distance. If we kick a ball with more force, it moves to a long distance. Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. If we throw a ball with force down, it jumps up. Leaf rocket. If we take a coconut leaf, if we pull the main vein, the remaining part of leaf goes into the sky. Based on the Newton's third law of motion, rockets are launched into the space. Now my friend Amika will continue. knighted Isaac Newton during a royal visit to Trinity College, Cambridge. He became the second scientist to be given this rank. From that time, he was called as Sir Isaac Newton. Now my friend Afifa will continue. Sir Isaac Newton wrote nearly 15 books. In that, one famous book was Principia Philosophiae Naturalis, Principia Mathematica. On 1727, at age of 84, Newton passed away in his sleep. Sir Isaac Newton was called as father of modern physics. Richard S. Westphal wrote biography of Sir Isaac Newton by the name called Never at Rest. Quotes of Sir Isaac Newton. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean.
My powers are ordinary, my application brings me success.
To every great discovery, no every great discovery was made without a bold guess.
To every action, there is always an opposite and equal reaction. If I have further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of the giants.
Now Hamsini of class 5th C is going to perform a dance on scientists. study about science behind which is called scientist. Gulshan, do you know who is the first scientist? Yes, Rehan, Aristotle, an ancient Greek philosopher and polymath. Now let us learn more about the scientists who invented or discovered many things. Today, 5th students will share their knowledge about the great and world famous mathematician all the time, Srinivasa Ramanujan. In a quiet village in India, Srinivasa Ramanujan, a young man with a passion for numbers, embarks on a journey that will take him from humble beginning to the prestigious halls of Cambridge. He is one of the world's greatest Indian mathematicians who lived his life through hardships and did a great research because of which he is known to the whole world today. In his childhood, Srinivasa Ramanujan was born on December 22nd in the year 1887 in an Iyengar family in Erode, Madras, now called as Chennai. His father was a clerk in a textile shop and his mother was a housewife. In 1889, when he was 2 years old, he was contracted smallpox but recovered, unlike the 4,000 others who died in that bad year. He moved with his mother to his grandparents' place. On 1st October 1892, he was enrolled at the local school. Due to family problems, he was moved back to his original place. Since Srinivasa's father was at work most of the day, mother took care of him. He learned about tradition and Puranas, to sing religious songs, to attend pujas at the temple, and to maintain particular eating habits. Srinivasa, why do you spend all your time with these numbers? Why aren't you go playing with other kids? What is so fascinating about these numbers? Mom, these numbers aren't just digits. They are the language of the universe. I see patterns in numbers. They speak to me.
One day, at Ramanujan school, the teacher was in division and then said, if you divide any number by itself, you would always get one as your answer. The teacher in a small high school in southern India, while teaching, turned around and saw a small hand trying to reach, calling to us, get out. The teacher said, Rama spoke to the teacher slowly, with calm confidence inside him, asked, is 0 divided by 0? Will also be equal to 1. The teacher was shocked after listening to his doubt and said to follow what he said at age of 10. He used to ask such questions which the teachers also couldn't answer because he always had this curiosity inside him and confidence of learning new every time.
When he was 10 years old in 1897, he passed his primary examination in English, Tamil, Geography and Arithmetic with the best scores in the district. At the age of 11, he had exhausted the mathematical knowledge of two college students who were lodged at his home. He was later lent a book written by Esther Loney on advanced trigonometry. By the age of 13, he mastered in trigonometry and discovering sophisticated theorems on his own at the age of 15. Srinivasa obtained a mathematical book containing thousands of theorems which he developed his own ideas. In 1903, he briefly attended the University of Madras. He began to writing letters to mathematical worldwide, seeking guidance and recognition for his work. One day, a letter arrives that changed the course of Ramanujan's life. Ma, I have been invited to Cambridge. My numbers will speak to the world. Go, my son, and let your numbers illuminate the world. Ramanujan arrives at Cambridge. Where his unique methods catch the attention of G.H. Hardy, a brilliant mathematician.
Ramanujan, your formulas are unlike anything I have seen. How do you come up with them?
It's as if the numbers themselves are revealing their secrets to me. Ramanujan and Hardy began working together, unraveling mathematical mysteries.
We need to prove this theorem rigorously. Ramanujan, can you show us the steps?
Hardy, the beauty of these numbers is lost if we confine them to registers. They dance and I follow. He made numerous contributions in several mathematical fields, including mathematical analysis, infinity series, continued fractions, number theory, game theory, mock theta function. Ramanujan's contribution extends to mathematical fields such complex analysis, number theory, infinite series, and continued fraction. Infinite series were mined in 1914. Ramanujan found a formula for infinite series for pi which forms the basic of many algorithms used today. Finding an accurate approximation of pi has been one of the most important challenges in the history of mathematics. Game theory. His contribution to game theory is purely based on instruction and natural talent and is unmatched to this day. Mock theta function. He elaborated on the mock theta function, a concept in the field of modern form of mathematical. In 1720,
Ramanujan number, which is the sum of the cubes of two numbers 10 and 9.
Ramanujan faces challenges both from his health and their rival mathematician. Regarding health, Ramanujan's health get disturbed, so the doctor advised him, "You must take care of yourself, Ramanujan."
Rival mathematician. Your method lacked rigor. Ramanujan, I challenge you to a mathematical duel.
Inspire students. Sir, let's embrace the diversity of mathematical approaches. There is room for collaboration, not just competition. In 1916, Ramanujan was awarded the degree by research of Cambridge University. In 1918, he was awarded the prestigious Fellow of the Royal Society, in making him the youngest Indian to receive his honor. Despite challenges, Ramanujan's legacy lives on. Srinivasa Iyengar Ramanujan is an inspiration for mathematicians across the globe. The self-taught genius lived a short but vibrant life, and he is widely regarded as India's greatest mathematician. Ramanujan's approach opened new doors for mathematical exploration. We must continue his legacy. Ramanujan returned to India in 1919, but his health began to deteriorate. Ramanujan died on 26 April 1920 at the age of 32 years after suffering from tuberculosis, leaving the audience inspired by man who saw world in language of numbers. December 22nd is celebrated as National Mathematics Day in India. This day marks the birth anniversary of legendary mathematician Srinivasa Iyengar Ramanujan. Also known as the Missile Man. I hope everyone got his name. Of course, he is none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a man who created legacy in Indian Space Research Organization for his wonderful creativity. Now my friends are here to depict the life story of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in a form of a small skit. Here we go. Learning is creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. Dr. Amal Packet Jainal Labanan Abdul Kalam was born on October 15, 1931 in Tamil Muslim family in Rameshwaram, a small town in Tamil Nadu. Dr. Amal Packet Jainal Labanan Abdul Kalam was an extraordinary scientist and a visionary leader. Kalam's journey to become one of India's most beloved and respected figures started a modest upbringing. He hailed from a simple family, faced numerous challenges in his early life. He had a strong
technology. His father, General Levitin, was a goat owner. And Imam of local mosque. His mother, Ashiyama, was a household. His family was poverty-stricken by the time Kalam was born as a young boy. He had to sell newspapers to add the family's merged income.
School life.
In his school days, he had average grades but was described as a bright and hardworking student who had strong desire to learn. During his school days, Kalam was humiliated by a teacher saying that he should not sit with a Brahmin friend. His friends informed his father regarding the humiliation. Then his father questioned the teacher. Why did he say to the young children about the caste? Moreover, being the teacher, he has to motivate them, not follow such caste feelings in school age. Thus, the teacher of Abdul Kalam has learned a lesson. Abdul, worried about his education and dreaming for higher studies. Father, though we are not highly educated, Mother, we wanted you to pursue higher education. We have great dreams for you, Kalam. Father, we will manage with the fee, Abdul. Do not worry, my child. The person who inspired Abdul Kalam, his inspiration. One of his teachers named Shiva Subramanya Maya drawed a picture of a bird and he explained how does a bird fly. The way he explained and the way he asked the questions really moved Abdul to make his vision. At the end of the class, Abdul Kalam felt that his sir not only taught him how birds fly, but also injected a vision in his life. His dream was to become a pilot, but misses the opportunity in selection. College life. College life. In 1915, Kalam gained admission to St. Joseph College, Tiruchirappalli, to pursue a degree in physics. During the second year of college, he decided to change the school and pursue aeronautical engineering, a field he was passionate about.
colleagues by teacher designer Professor Srinivasan. At that time, Abdul Kalam was a senior project in charge. His dean was dissatisfied with his lack of progress and threatened to revoke his scholarship unless the project was finished within the next 3 days. Professor: Oh Kalam, I'm totally disappointed. Kalam: Sir, please give me 1 month time to complete the work for collecting information from multiple designers. It was very difficult task for Kalam in those days to gather data from all designers without computers. I had to get inputs from 5 of my colleagues, without which I could not have complete the system design. It was joy of my life when my professor said, "Look young man, today is Friday afternoon. I give you 3 days time. If by Monday morning I don't get the configuration design, your scholarship will be stopped." At the prospect of losing his scholarship, I and my colleagues worked on the project without sleep, non-stop on the drawing board, skipping our dinner. Next day, I took only 1 hour break. I was near to completion when I felt someone's presence in my laboratory. It was Professor Srinivasan, who patted and hugged me affectionately. Abdul, teachers like Srinivasan really index necessity of understanding the value of time by each team member on a project leading to ignition of minds and enhancement of capacity manifold. Research work. APJ Abdul Kalam's journey in the field of science and technology began at the Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO). He joined DRDO in 1960 after graduation, where he designed helicopters for the Indian Army. Later transferred to Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO). There he worked as the project director for SLV-3, India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle. Kalam had first started work on an expandable rocket project. He started his career in TDRLS during 1963 to 1969. Later, this came to be known as Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO). He was a rocket engineer, trained briefly at USA's NASA Wolof Rocket Launching Station. SLV-3 satellite launch vehicle 1979, where Dr. Abdul Kalam was the chief project director. His mission is to put the satellite in the orbit. Thousands of people work nearly for a decade, where Abdul has reached Sriharikota. It was launchpad countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Computer put on hold. Do not launch the vehicle. Everything was on. There were 6 experts. They saw the computer databases displayed on the screen. They can view the pictures on the screen. They said there was a problem. There is a leakage in the system, in the control system after the calculation. No problem, we have got sufficient fuel and oxidizers for the control. The control system controls the rocket to acquired altitude and we can go ahead. Now, of course, my experts knew, but he took the decision problem is mine. I bypassed the computer and I launched the system. In a 4-stage rocket, first stage it worked. But in the second stage, it got mad, it went into a spin. Instead of putting the satellite into the orbit, it put into the Bay of Bengal. It was a failure. It was first time Abdul Kalam failed. It was his first failure experience.
A great man, great leader, Dr. Satish Dhawan. I am tired working nearly for months. Let's come go for the press conference. There were a number of people where I felt I would be the culprit because I was the project mission director. Then the chairman of Indian Space Research Organization, Satish Dhawan said, "Dear friends, we failed today. This is the first time I will give you success. Next, all the failure I gave to the technologists, scientists and staff so that next year they would succeed." So he took whole blame himself. And the media asked, "You have put so many crores in the Bay of Bengal. You are putting like a lot of criticism." He assured that he will succeed. Next, on 18th July 1980, when they succeeded, Dr. Satish Dhawan gave it to the team. Finally, Dr. Satish Dhawan took the failure and gave success by his team. What a leader! SLV-3 at Sriharikota on July 18, 1980 was successfully launched in SHAR, where Rohini satellite RS-1 was placed in orbit, thereby making a pride moment for India. Missiles by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Prithvi 1. In 1988, on 8th February, Agni 1. In 1989, on 22nd May. Now, in 1990, Agni 2. In 1920, Agni 2. In 2002, on 25th January. Trishul. In 2004, on 10th February. Many more like Prithvi 2, Prithvi 3, Akash, etc.
He played a main role in the Chief Project Coordinator for India Rokan 2 nuclear test in 1998. That brought him a widespread recognition and administration. The test established India as a nuclear power on the globe stage. Kalam's leadership and technical expertise were instrumental in the success of the mission. His exponential contribution earned him the title of Missile Man.
President Life. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who served as the President of India from 2002 to 2007 with the support of the BJP. In 2002, he was elected as the President of India, and during his tenure, he emerged as the People's President due to his down to the earth by nature and his focus on inspiring the youth for the nation. He was the only scientist who served as the President of India. After his term of office as the President, he became a visiting professor at IIM Shillong, IIM Ahmedabad, Indore, IIS Bangalore, Chancellor of Indian Institute of Space, Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, Professor of Aerospace Engineering at Anna University. In May 2012, Kalam launched a program for the growth of India called What Can I Give for Government, with a central theme of defeating corruption. Besides his specific and political achievements, Kalam was a prolific writer and gifted the speaker. He penned several books like Wings of Fire, My Journey, Beyond 2020, A Vision of Tomorrow's India, Songs of Life, Spirit of India, etc. He was bestowed with awards like Bharat Ratna, Veer Savarkar Award, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, and many more for his great work. Though he was a professional scientist and People's President, he mainly liked teaching. This soul departed him while he was lecturing at IIM, Shillong, Meghalaya. At IIM, Shillong, Meghalaya on 27 July 2015 with a cardiac arrest. He was lecturing while his last borough. A great leader passed away with his speeches, motivation and creativity in the state is still continued till this day. Such a scientist icon he is. Beauty attracts the eyes, but personality captures the heart. Now class 5 students are here to pay the tribute to our beloved Abdul Kalam. but he was not succeeded during his career. After he became the President of India in 2002, he became the Chief Commander of Indian Armed Forces. During his tenure of office, he went a rigorous training as a pilot, then flew this aircraft called S-20. Thus, Abdul Kalam's dream was fulfilled. Determination and hard work are the roots of success. Jai Hind.